So we finally have some news regarding Carly and Caulifla, and to be fair, they are pretty decent cards. And keep in mind that at this moment in time, they aren't currently Dokens, and of course these aren't the Doken versions of the cards, but in the future they could definitely receive one. So very excited for that, and the banner is most likely going to be a guaranteed SSR, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But as always, I hope you guys are having a great day, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Shout out to the Doken subreddit for the translations as always, but I have to say I absolutely love this art for the card, and she is a super physical, so she is going to be on that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks team. And another thing that I do want to point out is this table at the bottom here, and she currently has nothing here. Of course, I am going to show you guys Caulifla in a few moments, but in Caulifla's case, she has like a little category here, and this is going to be the category thing that is going to be added alongside this, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely going to be covering that once it's fully released after the maintenance. But if we quickly go over to Caulifla, you can see that she actually has something here, and it's strange that Carly doesn't have it. Maybe it's unlocked after a while or something. Maybe she currently isn't in the category and Caulifla is. But yeah, definitely will be interesting to see how that is going to work. But let's go ahead and get started with Carly, of course. So moving on to the translations. And apparently I heard that they have the exact same link set. I'm going to quickly refresh, and it does seem that they have the exact same link set for the most part. So Carly, she gives 2 key as well as a 70% stat boost to physical types. So this leader skill is almost as good as Broly's. It just doesn't give as much key. Her super attack is gigantic impact, and she deals supreme damage and increases her own defense by 30% for 1 turn. Passive skill gives her a 100% attack boost and will definitely do an additional attack, and it's a high chance for it to be a super attack, which is super cool. So she is essentially the physical Broly, but she isn't guaranteed to do that additional super attack, but she does have a percentage type passive instead of a flat out attack boost, which I would say puts her on par with Broly, if not better in my opinion, because she will be out damaging Broly if she manages to get that super attack to go off consistently. And keep in mind that this is going to be a guaranteed SSR, so a lot easier to obtain her than it would be with Broly. Well, I'm pretty certain it's a guaranteed SSR from what I read. Her links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Berserker, Battlefield Diva, Universe 6 Warrior, the Saiyan lineage, and Prepared for Battle. So when it comes to the physical team, she's going to be fitting perfectly fine in there. She has the main links, and oh yeah, she doesn't have Super Saiyan. I was like, wait, she doesn't have the Super Saiyan link, so she is missing out on a bit of attack there. But at least she does have the main links, and she's going to make up for that with the double super attacks anyway, so it's not too bad. But I'm kind of disappointed that she doesn't have the Super Saiyan link, because it's technically not legendary Super Saiyan, but Broly does have the Super Saiyan link nonetheless, and it technically is a Super Saiyan form, but I suppose they decided to omit that from you know, her link set, which is perfectly fine. But again, interesting card, and of course I'm going to show you guys her super attack now. Okay, so here we go. Gonna maximize the screen, and Broly is in here just to activate her links. So here we go. And there is that additional super attack. So if you're lucky, you're going to be hitting for like 1,000,000 every single time. And there is that super attack. And keep in mind, like I said before, these aren't even the Doken versions, and the news specifically said that they are going to awaken 2 units with the event, which is also coming back, so maybe they are definitely going to be saving that for later on. So now moving on to Caulifla, which is my personal favourite of the 2, and of course this is her art, like I showed you guys earlier, and she has interesting abilities. She isn't as good as Carly. I was expecting her to be a bit better, but she does have a very interesting mechanic, which of course you can tell by the title, and she already has a category, and apparently, according to this, there's going to be a total of 6 categories. I don't know if that's going to be the limit, but that definitely does give you guys an idea of how much variety you're going to have in the future, which is nice. And moving on to Caulifla, of course, Super Saiyan 2. Leader skill, 2 key to all types, and a 50% stat boost. So she is the second best Rainbow lead in the game, just behind Masked Saiyan Bardock. And again, going back to what I said multiple times already, this is her Undoken form, and if I'm not mistaken, Masked Saiyan had it. Can't speak. Masked Saiyan had a very similar leader skill, but the only difference is that, of course, before he Doken, I don't believe he gave as much of a stat boost, but he did give back 2 ki. So she definitely, well, both of them have potential for the future. Super Attack Energy Blast, just such a unique name, deals supreme damage and increases defense by 30% for 1 turn, so very similar Super Attack mechanics. Passive skill, attack up by 70% and chance to counter enemy attack, and I don't know if this is just for Super Attacks. Of course, I am going to be showing you guys gameplay in a few moments. Her links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Universe 6 Warrior, Golden Warrior, Ready for War. So pretty standard link set, no Fierce Vassal at the moment. I'm hoping that they don't Dokkan Awaken with the, well, just any Rebirth medals, or just with medals from a story event, or maybe they are waiting for a Universe 6 Dokkan Awakening event to actually go ahead and awaken these guys, because what he did with Pikkon and Super Kaiken Goku is awaken them with medals from, awaken them with medals from Gogeta and the Janemba event, and of course the story medals as well. But at the same time, that does technically count as a Dokkan Awakening, so maybe you will have to farm specific medals from the story event, which is going to come back, and then in the future, or in the coming days, or whenever, they are going to maybe release a Universe 6 arc Dokkan Awakening event, which you will then be able to get medals from to awaken these guys into a Transcended Ultra Rare. So let's go ahead and have a quick look. Here we go. And you'll see what I mean by she may be slightly underwhelming in comparison to Kale. So she got the counter in, but I don't know if the counter is just for super attacks. And there is her attack stat, almost half, or pretty much just half of Kale. So she is significantly weaker, and she is the worst card, or she is technically a inferior unit to Kale. But the counter mechanic is cool. If she is able to counter everything, that definitely does give her a lot of value, and like I said, if they do in fact Dokkan in the future, they definitely will have a ton of potential. But when it comes to which one is better, Kale is better, which I kind of hate to say just because I do prefer Caulifla, but they're both cool cards. I would recommend that you do summon on this particular banner just because they are good units, and if you want to run a Rainbow lead, you can go ahead and use Caulifla, of course, and the same kind of applies with Kale. If you don't have a good physical type lead, Kale is going to be pretty damn good as a lead herself. That 70% up is perfectly fine, to be honest, and she has a good link set. She doesn't have Super Saiyan, that's not too bad. At least she does have Prepare for Battle, and she does have the ability to get that additional attack, and that additional attack is guaranteed, but it's just a chance for it to be a super attack. And of course, if you get dupes, you can get multiple crits, which means that she has the potential to get 3 super attacks, which are all crits, which is absolutely insane. So in comparison to Kale, I will say that, or Caulifla, I will say that Kale does have a bit more potential. Caulifla, I think she kind of got shafted, but who knows? She may unlock Super Saiyan Blue. I know that would trigger so many people that watch Super, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. Maybe Super Saiyan 3 Caulifla. Is that something that's possible? But yeah, I don't have too much to say on the matter. I'm just really looking forward to this particular banner, and unfortunately the maintenance is super long, and from what I heard, just going to confirm a few things. The banner that is going to be coming out is supposedly going to be a guaranteed SSR, or at the very least, you are guaranteed to get a featured unit per multi-summon. I don't know if it's going to be 50 stones, I don't know if it's going to be 30 stones like the Otherworld banner over on Global, but I definitely recommend that at least if you don't have any optimal units, that you give them a try, and who knows how good they could be in the future. They could definitely just pull, what do you call it, who was really bad and then got really good. Well, it's not to say that they are bad, but there are definitely some units that went from just good to incredible with a Dokkan Awakening. I suppose Super Saiyan Blue Goku is a good example of that. He went from an average unit that can hit hard to an incredible unit, and he is now superior to Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Kaioken rather, in certain aspects. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to summon for either of these. I believe that they are going to be on the same banners, so if you get one of them, congratulations. I'm definitely going to be summoning on this when it comes out, and hopefully I will manage to get dupes for either of them, and I will definitely spend a few stones on the agility type banner just so I can get a few Kais. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day as always, and I will see you guys later.